Alright, hello guys, and in this video, what I wanted to discuss today is 5 money habits that could potentially help you with your financial situation and potentially help you to achieve financial freedom and etc. So, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that I really wanted to talk about it today is you gotta stop wasting money on useless things. And by doing so, you potentially can save a lot of money, as well as you'll have more available money to invest or reuse for other needs or other situations. And I'll be discussing that later on in the video. But the first step is stop wasting money on useless things. Let me give you an example so you understand it way better. What I mean by it is when you go in the store and potentially you only need to buy one product or one item that is the reason why you came in the store, but you come out the store with multiple products, and a couple of the products you don't really need, you just really wanted them at the current moment. And that's what I mean. You have to have a self-control whenever you go to the stores, because your eyes will be opening up and wanting everything in the store, but you have to control that, and you have to realize that no, I don't need it, and I'm only here for the one product and one item, which is whatever you need it. And yeah, basically by implementing that, you'll be saving a ton of money, as well as creating a discipline for your mind. So with that being said, let's move on to the next one. So for the second one, what I really wanted to discuss is start investing your money young. And if I have some couple people that are young watching this, as well as some adults, it's never too late to start, as well as it's never too young to start. You know, you can start with when you're only like 12. If, for example, like there's no particular age when you can start or when you cannot start. So just generally, once you start saving up some money, instead of using it for a product you're not gonna need or something you don't want, just use it for your future and start investing it. Where you can be investing that money is either you could be investing it in crypto, stocks, hedge funds, etc. And you can also start using that money for a particular project, or saving up for a startup of your new business idea. You know, there's so many options out there, and I believe that once you when you actually start investing your money instead of spending it, that's when you're going to be unlocking the full potential to financial freedom and so on. So yeah, that's going to be my second one. So let's move on for the third. So one thing I forgot to add to the second one though is a couple more ways you can start investing it. So I forgot to add that you can start investing and buying other courses that potentially can unlock a way of or opportunity for you to start generating a massive financial wealth in 2024, upcoming 2025. And you can also start buying books. Books are very great. I have so many of them. And just start buying books. So in particular around books, just start reading financial books. Start investing in financial books, because those books are very important and they're gonna get you in a long way in the long run. So with that being said, yeah, I just wanted to add this. So let's move on to the third one now. So for the third one, what I wanted to talk about is saving. So what I mean by saving is you put a certain amount of money into your savings account for you to potentially keep growing it over and over, or just saving it in general, so you have that money available for you later on in the future when you're gonna need it. And by doing so, you have a bunch of possibilities, a bunch of opportunities opening up to you once you have so much money saved up. And yeah, whenever you have a certain amount saved up, or you keep saving and you approve more amount, that gives you even more bigger opportunities for you to get more out of it. So, and a lot of people don't understand this, but by saving money, you actually help yourself out in the future. And especially if an emergency situation comes up, which I'll be discussing on my fourth one. But if emergency comes up, you have the money available. So yeah, that is very important now. And by saving a bunch of money, you don't have to save much. I'm saying, but if let me break it down for you so it's way easier. So let's say you get 100% of paycheck. So what you want to do is at least put 25 to 50% of that paycheck in your savings. Okay, so distribute everything else around that amount. So just make sure 50%, just save 50%. That's the best option for me. That's what I would have went for. And yeah, so by saving 50%, you'll have a potential of having more opportunities, like I said. So let's move on to the fourth one now. So number 4, what I wanted to discuss is emergency funds. So if you have some sort of situation comes up and for some reason you don't have no money, that's the problem. You should have some money always for the emergency fund. So with the emergency fund, what I like to do personally, I don't get a lot of emergencies, all the time. I'm not that type of person. There's out there people that do get a lot of emergencies, so unfortunately they have something going on or something unlucky is happening or not, etc. You can't tell. So with the emergency funds, what I personally like to do, and I'm not saying you should copy me or anything, you can do whatever you want yourself. It's your choice, your everything. So what I'm saying is, my choice is I do 25 to 15% of my paycheck towards emergency funds. Always. It's like savings, but emergency funds. So that emergency funds sits in my savings. That's why I said in the previous one, the third one, why you want to do 50%, because then you can split it. So 25% will go in savings and 25% will go in the emergency fund. And sometimes emergency funds are important, but later on, if you don't have no emergencies, you can still use that money for a startup of your business, your ideas, all of that stuff. So that is why I really love emergency funds and savings, because they provide you with like all this capital that you build over time that you could use for your startups or for your ideas to bring them to life. So yeah, by implementing that, you have and if something happens, if something happens, like if something going on or something happened, you have that money available for you. So that's very good way to look at it, and very good way of like having it, for example. So yeah, besides that point, I hope you got my point. So let's move on to number 5. So for number 5, why I left this out for the whole video is I really wanted you to use this, is because this is one thing that could help you and help everybody, including me, to improve on our daily habits as well as our daily spending. So I want you to get an app or a notebook or anything and write down every time you spend or every time you buy something. I know it's going to be difficult at first. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but this can potentially help you out, and you can look back and see what you spend your money on. So as always, when you're looking at that one time in the month where you're like, oh, I just got paid, you look in your bank account and you're like, oh, where's all my money? I just got paid. There's no way I got this to pay, I got this credit card to pay off. So for that not to happen, if you track, you can just look back and say, I spent it on that. Okay, I'm not spending it anymore. And then you can highlight and make sure, like, look at it, and you can sit in your head that you're not gonna buy this anymore, and then you just don't buy this anymore. And it's like right in front of you too. If you have a notebook and you write down everywhere that you spend, everything that you buy, you have it in your notebook, so it's right in front of your face. So now you can't potentially slick out and say, oh, I'm not gonna buy this, and later on go out and buy it. So you know what I mean? So it's kind of a win-win for you. So with that being said, it's a great way of tracking your spending, as well as eliminating any useless, etc. spending for in general. Yeah, so I hope that this video was useful for you, and I hope that you learned something from this video that could potentially help you and help you in the future with financial gains and tracking your finance and etc. So with that being said, I wish you all the best, and if you want more videos on this topic as well as other topics, please let me know in comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.